Hey kiddos, Jester, and welcome back to the court. Christmas. Right, what is it right now? It's just started November. Over here in England we have a thing called Bonfire Night, which I'm pretty sure you don't celebrate in America, and that's not until the 5th of November. And that's a pretty big celebration for us over here. That's a pretty important thing. At various intervals during this video, you'll probably even hear fireworks outside the house. They're very loud, and people are very proud of them. I suppose in a few ways they're kind of like our version of 4th of July. But that's getting away from the main point here. So yes, Christmas. It's fair enough not that far away. What is it, 8 weeks? But when there are other holidays before Christmas comes along, it starts to get a little bit annoying when there's so much rampant commercialism about it way before it's time. And don't get me wrong, I'm not specifically hating on commercialism here. Fair enough, I hate watching adverts on TV, all this kind of thing, but I understand the necessity for them, all that stuff. But when you get stock or songs or shows at the beginning of October for Christmas, there's something very wrong. What happened to Halloween? What happened to Bonfire Night if you're over here in England or Britain? These holidays just get sort of pushed out of the way because people are just so excited about Christmas. And I kind of get it. Companies like to get the foot in there, really, make as much profit as they can for all those people who like to over-prepare. I mean, God knows I know enough people who get their Christmas cards ready in July of all months. But, and I may be biased here because I work in retail, as do probably a massive amount of the percentage on the world, so maybe you guys can actually agree with me here. When you work in retail, you are inundated with just Christmas. And you're already pretty pissed off because you're at work, so it's like there's an association there that's not perfect, not ideal. Example, October 1st, my store where I work got our stock in for Christmas that day. Now you could think, fair enough, get it prepared in the back, get it ready to be putting out close to the time. Nope! It was immediately out on the shelves that night or the day after. Our store, October 1st, 30 days before Halloween, 35 days before November the 5th, which is Bonfire Night over here, our shelves already filled to the brim with Christmas stock. There is something wrong there. You don't want to be staring at all these Christmas things when you're so far away from it. It's like when Christmas Day actually comes along, you're so sick of it. Now again, I will admit this is probably just a retail specific thing because it's not just the stock. In most shops these days, they have their own sort of like company radio station where they can put on all their own adverts and all this kind of stuff, so that when you go into the store, you're pretty much like attacked by just buy stuff from us kind of stimuli. And without fail, they will put every other song will be Christmas or Christmas related because it puts people, the idea is it's psychological, it puts people in the mood to buy Christmas stock because they think to themselves, oh, Christmas must not be that far away. Fucking at this point, 15 bloody weeks! Or well, close to 12 maybe, but you get my point. And then add to that the TV gets into it as well. You come home, you're watching something like, I don't know, The Walking Dead, Marvel, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Misfits. Again, you may only know about that if you're in Britain. And every other advert nearly is already Christmas related. You've got Parks, you've got Hallmark, you've got just everybody. Now again, I will say I don't hate Christmas. It's an entirely commercial thing these days, has nothing to do with religion, not that I really am a carer for religion, we've discussed this before. But it just gets so old when it's just everywhere for so long. When the Christmas day actually comes along, you kind of just sort of like, meh. There is such a thing as Christmas coming too soon, when it starts to become a situation where you don't look forward to it anymore. Christmas is best done when you are young or you have youngsters in the family. I'm a big believer in this. Christmas for a long time was not exciting anymore when I was a teenager, growing up, all that kind of thing, until the first of my nieces came along. Then suddenly it was magical again, because you had this little life that was like, this is your first Christmas now. Or even up to the point where it's your second, third, fourth, you're still young enough to appreciate, well, you're getting old enough there to actually begin to appreciate it. When you're so young, you won't, because you don't understand it. When you get to like 4-ish, this little person is so excited. Granted, it's about presents and not really what Christmas is supposed to be, but whatever. But there is such a thing as it coming much, much, much too soon. Again, I will freely admit it's probably because I'm in retail and I have to deal with all this stuff coming in and being blared at me through speakers that just sort of just keep screaming Christmas is coming soon. 12 weeks is not soon, and it just gets so old every year without fail. But then, having said this, there's that last week beforehand, even in retail, where suddenly it kind of becomes good again. Mostly because a lot of employers will give bonuses. That's the cheap way of looking at it, maybe the pessimistic way of looking at it. But also I find personally that sometimes, in my place of work at least, when we get close to Christmas, the management becomes quite human. And I have to be careful about what I'm saying now, because if you've noticed some of my other videos recently, yes, I am slowly becoming management myself. So I have to be careful exactly what I say here, unless I damn my own future. You know, jinx myself or whatever. But yeah, things start to become a bit more interesting. We're allowed to mix up the uniform a little bit to include some colour, some pizzazz. And we do like charitable activities, all this kind of thing. Big believer in that kind of stuff personally. And it's kind of good. But it doesn't take away from the fact that Christmas itself, for what it's meant to be, even if you're only believing in the commercialism of it, the presents, the family, or well, I suppose I shouldn't really say commercialism in this particular respect. I should maybe say more along the lines of the hallmarkism. You know, being the one with the ones you love, your family, all that kind of thing, doing nice things for each other, and your fellow man in general. Charity, big thing. But it kind of gets old when it's shoved in your face for so long, and sometimes the day itself kind of falls flat. But again, I will admit that's just me, but I want to reach out to anybody else who works in retail or anything similar, because there's a lot of very different variations of retail or similar, who get assaulted by so much stimuli for Christmas way before Christmas is even upon us. Do you guys agree that this is too much sometimes? It's too soon? Do you guys agree? Or do you guys love the balls off it? Which I will appreciate as well. I can understand that. If you're in the right situation, if you're in the right mood, all that kind of thing, it can be very, very exciting. Like I said, if there's kids around in the family, or you've got a loved one and you have like a tradition of making a really big deal out of Christmas, in your own traditions, regardless of whatever the actual, you know, religious or some would say pagan religions really are. So there's a lot of different arguments here, and I want to know what they are, but mostly I'm interested in other people in retail, because this is kind of a reflection upon my own psychology. I want to know if I'm alone in this, like I'm the grump, I'm the Grinch. Am I the Grinch? I'm the Grinch, aren't I? I could see that possibly being a possibility. But I'd like to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. And also, before we finish off, this week there is still not going to be any Prince of Persia videos. I am really, really sorry about this. All the other games, they're ready and going to be up for you every day. But Prince of Persia, if you watched the last episode last Friday, and you saw what happened in that last little bit where I jumped towards the Vizier, or Zebed, or whatever his name is in this game, and nothing happened, I'm fairly certain I'm supposed to get a prompt for the E button attack, or I'm supposed to just slash him, or there's like a cutscene. I have attempted the same thing multiple times, finally got the sequence beforehand, the fighting down pat, so that was fine, you know, wasn't too frustrated with that. But that last free runny bit where you jump at him, every single time I've tried it, the same thing has happened. I've just either gone through him, or past him, or there's been no prompt and just like nothing happens and I've gone through him, past him, blah 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 blah. Basically, there's something wrong with the game. Now I know there's fixes for this kind of thing out there in the community, all that kind of stuff. I'm just not that good with technology. Well, I'm kind of good with technology, but I'm not really good with this area of it yet. But I'm trying to get it fixed. I've got some friends helping me out. That's how I generally learn things. I get people to walk me through it once or twice and then I can get it. So hopefully I can get it fixed in the long run. But in the interest of your guys' interest, are you okay with waiting for a good long while? Probably. For me to eventually throw up that last video, because there's a bit after this Vizier fight that I really don't want to just skip. Would you guys be okay waiting for that to come out at God knows when I finally get it actually done and a video put together, just randomly shot out like that? Or would you rather at this point that we just skip it and move on to the 5th and final game in what exists of the most recent Prince of Persia games. I personally am not mithered either way. I would like to go on to the Prince of Persia no subtitle title, sorry. But if you guys would rather have that end cutscene, which there is a big part of me saying I want to get that last bit after the actual Vizier fight in there. If there's enough of you that want that, then I will do that, but it means you will have to wait for the next title, because I'm not going to start that while still playing Two Thrones. So you got a choice there. I need some feedback. Either way, carry on with Two Thrones, and you guys will be waiting for that final bit when I finally get it fixed, or go on to the next title and just move on. It'll be a shame if we move on, because we'll be missing out that last bit, like I say, that I really want to get in there. But at the same time, I don't want to stop altogether. You know, have the Prince of Persia series stall so hard, because I kind of feel like it's my signature series. It's the flagship series that I had. The whole slew of all the Prince of Persias. That's how I started out with Prince Sands of Time, the first game I started videos with. Having said that, what am I going to do when I actually finish the last one? Maybe they'll be kind enough to make me another one when we get that far, but probably not. And when we get close to that point, I'll ask more questions about what you guys want to see. But the point is, right now, which one do you prefer? So yeah, there you go. Christmas can come much far too soon. Good lord. And Prince of Persia looks bold. And also, I feel like I kind of look a little bit like Caleb Denicourt, you know, from Achievement Hunter, with this cap on. No? Just me? No? Okay. Fair enough. Oh, speaking of which, did you catch their it's really bad that I don't remember the name of the charity. It's really, really bad. Extra Life? Yes, Extra Life. Did you catch their Extra Life stream yesterday? Awesome! I tried to watch all of it, but obviously it was at conflicting time zones. I had to stop at about the point Caleb, Kerry and Miles came on, but I caught nearly all of it before that point. And dude, was it fun. Anyway, kind of got a bit random there towards the end, but main topic still stands. You guys give me some feedback on the Christmas matter and the Prince of Persia matter. Pretty important. And as ever, thank you very much for watching. I've been Jester, you've been awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you see and you want to see more. While you're at it, go over and check out the JCB, all the narrative goodness that I do, you know. The Hunters is going to be coming back soon, nearly forgot to mention that. And Blaze is still going strong anyway. And I will see you through the week.